We got a problem. These stupid poor idiots have no idea what they want. A socialist Muslim from Africa just won an extremely relevant primary election and is the potential next mayor of New York City. This is a horrible precedent. They did not listen to the abundance argument that we have been screeching at the top of our lungs to silence people who want progressive policies. So what are we supposed to do? Give these people the progressive policies that they want? Okay, hold on. I didn't mean that. People never wanted progressive policies. Nope, no, never. Progressive policies are not popular, especially if you don't listen to your constituents. And if these people do want progressive policies that will objectively make their lives better, no, they don't. They're dumb, stupid young people that I have an idea. Let's learn nothing from this. If there's anything to learn, it's that social media is the best tool at our disposal. No one was actually listening to Zohran when he was talking about policy. What do we think these people can read? And form their own opinions? They just like the camera angles and the cool hip young energy. We need more trendy TikToks. I know we already tried Kamala is Brat. It was a great idea that just so happened to not work out for some reason. Shut up. When we run Newsom or Kamala again in 2028, we are going to make more TikToks. TikToks is our ticket for holding office and being useless forever. Put it on a shirt. Hey everybody, it's me, the lead singer of Weezer, who apparently aged quite a bit and got into some serious controversy and lost a primary election. Today I want to talk about the man of the hour, Zohran Mamdani, and what his victory in the New York City mayoral primary means moving forward. So obviously, as framed from the little intro I did, I think it's safe to say that Democrats have one of two paths that they can take. They could go the economic populist messaging route and embrace beloved figures on the left like Bernie and AOC, who have been hard at work going on tour to talk about wealth inequality and oligarchy, which is, by the way, the only way to actually take 5 steps forward without being forced and doomed to take 10 steps back in 4 years. Or they can choose to ignore all of this and continue to be self-neutered and unimaginably unpopular with the very same voters who they wish to court. I'm not 100% sure which direction they're going to take, but if there's anything that I have learned from Democrats, it is that they never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. You pretty much always bet on high-up establishment Democrats not learning their lesson because power without compromise is a very strong and addictive drug, apparently. Now, if Zohran Mamdani actually takes this sucker to the end, which I am hopeful and believe that he will, I do kind of want to set expectations of what that's gonna look like. Unfortunately, being the mayor of any major US city, I'm talking like a city of like a population over 1 million, it is the worst possible job that you can hold if your goal is to help people. If we're talking about direct action and initiatives that mayors of large cities can take, there is so many filters that they have to go through, to the point where we should practically view these positions as an elected official for everyone to blame the city's problems on. I am hopeful that he will get some good work done. I am hopeful that he will try his hardest to overcome these locks and boxes. But one outcome that we unfortunately need to prepare for is that Zohran will have trouble getting as much done as he would like, and everyone will blame socialism for crime in the city. I'm not trying to be a bummer. It's completely possible that I'm wrong and he will be an unstoppable loose cannon who figures out how to jump the hurdles, and he effectively makes New York City a safer and more affordable place to live. But outside of New York, I think that obviously this election is going to have reverberations. Here's a few key takeaways. This proves that regression isn't happening. The people who say that Trump won because the world is getting more conservative have a fundamental misunderstanding of how all of this works, because that election wasn't progressivism versus conservatism. It was center-right liberals versus full-blown fascism. People are so desperate and poor under Joe Biden that they believed the fascists when they said that they will make the economy better. This is ultimately an issue of desperation and inequality. The people of New York want change, and they pick the progressive option. They want progressive policies, and here's a not so well-kept secret: it's not just in New York City. Can we please just put this to bed? Vote blue no matter who is officially a losing strategy. It's the kiss of death. It's officially saying, we know this strategy won't work, but sorry, fuckface, we aren't budging to get votes. So it's on you instead of us to get us elected. Another thing we learned, an anti-Zionist won in an arena jam-packed with Zionists, and anti-Zionists have the capacity to win more. Being anti-Zionist used to be a detriment to your campaign. Now, being a Zionist is starting to be a detriment because the genocide is so undeniable at this point. Good God. This is good news in the world of progressive policies. People are starting to fucking look past these lies. They're starting to understand. They're starting to actually have a backbone and care about this stuff. People from all around the world are talking about it. I think I saw that a lot of Irish people are claiming Zohran like they did with Io Edebiri. The Irish do that sometimes. I'm not sure if they reevaluated their feelings on Barack Obama yet, but in general, if the Irish claim you're doing something right in that moment. I'm really excited about this. And also, the DSA is about to pop the fuck off. And to be honest, they have been popping the fuck off. Research your local Democratic Socialist of America chapter, go to a meeting. Actually, maybe don't start with that. Those things are really boring, but definitely hang out with them to start. Go canvas for them, get plugged in, learn about the progressive politics going down in your city or town. My hometown is pretty small and there's a chapter there. Boo, but I'm not a Democratic Socialist. I heard they're bad and I'm an anarchist. I'm an anarchist too, buddy. If you're put off by the Democratic Socialists working within the establishment to fight the establishment and think of them as compromised because of that, in a lot of people's cases, because some grass-deprived communist told you that they were bad online, just check them out for yourself. See the work they do and form your own opinion about them. Also, a lot of people use joining the DSA as a launching pad to go to another political organization. So if your activism is forever locked within the internet and you wish to actually join an organization, check them out. But regarding the DSA, to their advantage and disadvantage, Democratic Socialists of America chapters are incredibly politically diverse. There's just such a broad spectrum of people on the left in these chapters. Slightly left of center liberal who you mistake as Mormons from a distance, all the way to cat ear wearing Maoists join this organization. Sometimes this leads to dumb drama that makes your head want to explode and stalling of processes and progress. But I think that overall it leads to unity in praxis. If you are on the left and you are anti-DSA, you could talk all the smack you want about Democratic Socialists, but I mean, hey, they did that. They did that. You can't take that away from them. That's what, yeah. Good God, this is spreading class consciousness like crazy. This is objectively a good thing, and if you call yourself a communist and you're like, actually, a card-carrying socialist becoming mayor of the largest city in the United States sucks because I think he's secretly a liberal. Here's my think piece. Letting you know right now, buddy, we are not reading that think piece. We're not going to listen to that. Sorry, little dude. We all think you're dumb and annoying, so have fun being dumb and annoying. Anyway, shout out to Zohran, shout out to DSA, shout out to, any point I may have missed in this really condensed yap session. I got Patreon. These are perks. Shout out to my patrons. You make me excited in a strictly platonic way, and I love you. Show me my patrons.